Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time here, hey, my name is Garrick, and I sometimes make halfway decent videos about photography here in the Midwest. I like to shoot farms and barns and rural things, and Chicago street photography, small town street photography, anything nostalgic, anything Americana. And that, my friends, is actually what I'm up to today, heading down to a small town called Streator, Illinois, to shoot some small town Americana nostalgic street photography. It's about 6:30 a.m., so I didn't get up like super early, and I'm on my way. I'm gonna stop at every interesting photograph worthy place that I run across on my way to Streator, and then while in Streator I'm looking to shoot a very nostalgic looking movie theater called the Majestic Theater. So that is the plan for today. Thank you very much for stopping by the channel, and with that, let's get to it. So here's the first stop, as you can see, as it says on the screen there. But I just wanted to take advantage of the sun coming up with the fog, and I was thinking about trying to get that tree involved, but as you can see here, I didn't do a very good job of getting that tree involved because I didn't have enough length. Right now I just saw a barn over here to my left, and the sun is coming up behind the barn. Whoa, I gotta turn. And there might be some good images right here with the fog and the sun. So here, let me show you this. I was definitely loving the light here. I certainly was not loving the composition. I just couldn't get in a good spot to make a good image without going on their property, and obviously I didn't want to do that, so I just snapped off a couple images, and here they are. Then I was pretty much in the same general area, so we're not going to call this stop number 3, but then I shot these 4 images here. And then somehow through this totally messed up windshield, I saw this old barn over on the right hand side, so I pulled over and shot this image right here. Alright, now we're getting out in the country. Now we're starting to feel good back at home. We got all this fog out here, and I will turn the camera a little bit. It's going to be a little shaky because it's on a tripod for a normal camera, not a motion camera. So, but yeah, I was just loving this fog out in the country, and the fog's not going to last long, so I snapped a couple of shots that I really like, and I'm going to show those to you right now. Yeah, I really love the softness of this image, the ghostliness, the painterly type of effect you get from the fog that had rolled in and the empty sky. And definitely like it better in black and white, but I also do like the color version as well. And then I found myself on this road in the middle of this cornfield, which was pretty cool. Here's that image. It's not exactly what I had in my head, but it's okay. Then I rolled up on these two abandoned buildings here and just took one image, tried to get creative and went down low and tried to emphasize the cracks and rusticness and all the stuff going on in the foreground and let the building kind of fall out of focus. Shouted it like F4. And then I found this old bowling alley that's being rehabbed on the outskirts, on the edge of Streator. Shot this with both the Minolta film camera and the D850. These images I'm showing you today are with the D850, and if you guys have seen my work in the past, you know that I'm a fan of telephone poles and telephone wires. I just see it as nostalgia. I see it as communication and just that old time feel. And in this case, the wires create some lines and create some sections within the image, which I find to be pretty cool. And everything kind of leads to the Jack's Grill Bollamore or whatever. So pretty cool. I like this image. It's definitely a keeper for me. You might see it again someday. So here's another one that I shot with the D850. I love the light on this one, honestly, and the texture in the pavement, the cracks and the grittiness and the light on the pavement, the asphalt, the holes, potholes. Some people might not like the building. I left the highlights alone, but I like how that draws the eye. The brightest part of the image usually attracts the viewer's eye, so there's a good balance here between the asphalt parking lot and the building. So, and then the rest of the image is filled in with interesting items as well. So yeah, this is another one that I like. Same image, color version of it. I like it. Not as much as the black and white, but I still like it. So then I kind of fell in love with the soft, contrasty red and white colors of these drapes. And shot it a couple of times. So not super thrilled with how overly warm it is. I probably should have done these in black and white. And I might still do that, but here they are. Alright, so it is 8:46. I can't remember what time I left this morning. Maybe 6:30-ish. Got some awesome stops out in the country with the fog. And now I am in the town of Streator and have found some very nostalgic, very rural, very Americana type of locations, and there are more to come. I know I actually drove down the road a little bit and I had to circle back to come back to this place. So down, just down the road just a little bit, I know there's a couple other places that I'll be able to find some images. There's actually a defunct miniature golf course right behind this place. I'm halfway thinking about walking back there, but I don't know. it might be a private area. So, but this is a cool place, this barbecue place. I was trying to capture the symmetry of the, you know, the beams, the Z-shaped beams that are holding up the structure. Very Americana to have the food, you know, it's like an old-time drive up or whatever, you know, where they bring the food out to you. So yeah, really cool. I love the parking lot, you know, just the cracked and texture and tones of the parking lot. Good light, trying to take advantage of the light. Now the sun's going up higher in the sky, so the good light, the soft morning light, is going to be going away, or it's kind of already gone away, but we're going to enjoy this day out. Back to work tomorrow. School is back in session. So, all right, let's roll. So I just drove down this little alley here and I found this wall that I like, definitely in black and white. And as you saw earlier, I've loaded up a roll of Ilford black and white film into my old Minolta SRT 101. So I already have taken an exposure with that camera. I'm going to shoot it with the D850 right now. But here it is. And then I drove around this building here to find an amazing, beautiful, gorgeous piece of Americana. So check this out. So how cool is that? I don't think it gets much more Americana than an old motel, colorful doors, awesome reflection. I mean, this is pretty sweet. What a good morning to get out. I could probably stay here and shoot this stupid motel all day, all morning at least. Oh my God. I could have, but I didn't. I had other sites to go see, and so I headed out right after I shot those shots, and here are my favorites of the bunch. Then I ran across this old church and took advantage of the grass coming through the cracks in the parking lot. That asphalt surface and the grass just offered some texture and some tones, and the leading line right towards the church. Then I shot this image here. I was just loving the wear and the tear and the no trespassing with the cross right there. It's just there's some subliminal messaging there, I think, and here's the horizontal version. And then I ended up backing up and getting both doors with both no trespassing signs, and I think that's my favorite image of the church right there, and just kind of zooming out here. The bright red of this dumpster definitely caught my eye, but I also liked how the shadow was falling off of it, and I loved how it was up against this wall here. So yeah, just very simple, very straightforward, and a little bit thought-provoking. Then this was one of the very last pictures that I took that day. I was loving the texture and cracks and stuff in the foreground. Just kind of an old nostalgic type of image. I was okay with the horizon being a little bit off, as it just adds a little bit of quirkiness and maybe a little dysfunction to the image, which I'm okay with. And then there was this one, just like the nostalgia of old-fashioned gas station, the texture and tones of the gas station, and then this guy walking through the scene shirtless, just made for a nice little old town, old world, charming street type of image. Alright everybody, hey, that's going to do it for another video. Thank you all so very much for stopping by the channel. I really appreciate it. Hope you enjoyed the town of Streator. What a little slice of Americana that was. It was a great trip. So many different stops along the way, from the fog in the morning to the really amazing hotel with all those colorful doors, to the very end at the gas station. What a great trip. Hope you enjoyed it. And you all know the drill. Like it if you did, subscribe if you haven't, and ring that notification bell, because every once in a while your old buddy makes a halfway decent video and you don't want to miss that one. So with that, I am Garrick, and I am your very best friend in the whole wide world. We'll see you next time, everybody. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.